back with comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So it's fucking on. It's a full-scale assault on fucking the depression at the moment. Started off with a sleep in today. That could be my problem. I haven't really noticed how I've been sleeping lately. I think I've only been getting like 6 hours sleep a night, maybe 5.5, 6 hours. I was just like this morning, I need to fucking sleep in. So I fucking slept in till 11:30 a.m. And I tell you what, that made a huge difference. Getting 8.5 hours sleep, just that made a fucking huge difference. So I woke up and I had a little bit more energy than normal. I'm like, fucking all right. That's something I need to work on then. I need to work on the sleep. I need to fuck the phone off at night. I usually read at night, but I haven't read at night for like 2 weeks now. If I read at night, I get like 3 or 4 pages in, not even that sometimes, like 2 pages, and I just fucking can't compute anymore. I just go offline. But if I'm on my phone, I can just pull an all-nighter easily. No sleep, just scroll. The problem is the best time to scroll is fucking when everyone's asleep, which is around like 10:30, 11 o'clock. That's prime time scrolling. I can get like a good 2 hours just flat out scroll. But by then you're just cooked and I got to get up at like 7. So I'm going to have to fucking cut the phone off at like 10. I need to get more sleep. So that was the start. Then got straight into some work. Didn't procrastinate like I usually do. Maybe because I had that fucking extra energy. Usually I would fucking procrastinate for so fucking long. But had a little feed, had a high protein fucking breakfast. 6 eggs, a little bit of mince and some fucking truffle oil. Just sprinkled over the eggs. Delish. Did the work. That was all sweet. Caught the end of the Lakers fucking Warriors game. That's going to be a great series. That Jordan Poole shot at the end. What a fucking retard. Jesus Christ. The 30-footer. He's going to get a fucking black eye from Draymond Green. Anyway, I'm not getting into the fucking sports. So, caught the end of the basketball, had to pick my son up from school. He has basketball today, so went straight to basketball from school, fucked around, played a little bit of hoop for like 40 minutes before he went in. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm going for a run today. I haven't gone for an actual run in God knows how long. Maybe that's what I fucking need. Maybe that's the missing piece in my happiness fucking puzzle. So I go out there. I do maybe like 500 meters backwards for my knees, fix my fucking knees, and then I just start doing laps of the fucking soccer ground. I'm just like, I'll do as many as I fucking can. My son's basketball's an hour. I did a bit of the backwards running, so I had about 40 minutes to do some fucking solid jogging. So I start doing laps. It was all good. I was feeling in a good rhythm. After about 10 minutes, I was cooked. I was like, I don't want to keep running. But I pushed through. And then after 20 minutes, I was like, I could fucking just keep going here. But then fucking kids started coming onto the soccer field and playing, like a whole group of kids, like real young kids. And more came on. And I was just running around the field. So I did about 4 or 5 while the kids were there. And then on one of the laps, I come around and this dude with a walkie-talkie, he puts his hand out like, stop. And I take my headphones out. I'm like, what's up? He's like, what are you doing here? I'm like, do you think I'm a pedophile, do you? That's what he was saying. What kind of creep runs around the soccer ground while the kids are playing? He thought I was shady as fuck. I'm like, my son's playing basketball. I'm just going for a jog. There was no one here. He's like, well, I don't know who you are. I'm like, I can stop running. That's fine. He's like, yeah, I think you should stop running around the children. I'm like, well, fucking better to be safe than sorry. I'd rather him fucking kick me off than let every fucking weird old looking balding cunt run around the fucking soccer field. And then when I was leaving, the cunt followed me. I was supposed to make sure if my son was fucking actually playing basketball. But I tell you what, after the run, had a couple of mandarins and a protein shake, was feeling good. And it felt good since the run. I'm going to have to fucking start incorporating running into my routines. I got a little bit of a high And then I got back home and my parcel had come. I got the fucking omega-3 fish oil parcel and the D3 with some K2 supplements and xylitol chewing gum. I was not feeling the fucking sugar-free aspartame chewing gum that I've been fucking mowing down lately. I'm tipping it's not the best for you. So I got xylitol chewing gum and I tried it today. It's fucking good. Xylitol's meant to be fucking good for you as well. Well, good for your teeth. And ever since I started chewing extra sugar-free gum, every morning I wake up and my breath fucking stinks. Apparently this xylitol fucking kills all the bacteria in your mouth anyway. So that's how I fucking tackled the depression today. I have felt, I would say, 30% better already today. Just from those simple things. And I fucking got off my phone a little bit today. I was on the laptop more than the phone, so that was good too. Anyway, that's just day one. We'll see how it goes tomorrow. Tomorrow it's probably going to be fully over. I'm going to be fucking out of it, and then I'll just go back into the bad habits again and get full depression. Anyway, it's just fucking, it is what it is. What the fuck day is it today? It is a Wednesday. It's time for Boyle Breaks History. So this week we're looking at how the Dalai Lama gets selected. The Dalai Lama, he's been in the news lately for a few off-color incidents. By off-color, I mean he's full tongue-kissing kids. Just a little off-color from the fucking His Holiness. But I realized I didn't actually know how the Dalai Lama gets selected and what the fuck it is. So this is what it is. The Dalai Lama, the original Dalai Lama, was born fucking 15 cunts ago. Or 14 cunts ago. Yeah, the current Dalai Lama is the 14th. So in Tibetan Buddhism, there's no like death, like stop. It doesn't stop. You get reincarnated. There's rebirth. So the original Dalai Lama was some famous holiness fucking dude back in the day. I think what happened was he gained enlightenment, but when you gain enlightenment, you can choose not to go into nirvana. You can choose to get reborn as a human being to help all sentient beings, which in theory means the current Dalai Lama is a enlightened being. So maybe he does know a little something about sucking tongues that we don't know. So that original Dalai Lama gained enlightenment, and instead of going into nirvana, he was like, I'm going to reincarnate as a human being and help the people. So he reincarnated, they found the next Dalai Lama, and so on and so forth. So this is how they do it. It's very scientific how they do it. So the Dalai Lama dies, and then they start looking for a kid that's born either on the day or the next day, within a couple of days of the Dalai Lama's death. They don't know where to look, so they look for signs. The way the Dalai Lama's face is pointing when he dies is one of the ways they look. Like if he has a slight upward smile, they just walk in that direction. There's a team that's assembled. A team of highly trained monks go looking for the Dalai Lama. So they look at the way his eyebrows pointed, and if the Dalai Lama is cremated, they look which way the smoke blows, and then they follow that. It's just random. They just follow some signs. Another way they look for the new Dalai Lama is through dreams and visions. And there's a second in charge to Dalai Lama, who's the Pension Lama. And this guy, the Pension Lama, number 2IC in Buddhism, he's the dude that usually confirms the Dalai Lama's identity. But what happened was fucking the Dalai Lama found the new Pension Lama. This is back in the 40s or 50s or 60s or something, when he was 6 years old. And then 2 days later, China kidnapped the Pension Lama, the guy that needs to confirm the next Dalai Lama. China kidnapped him, and then like 20 years later came out with their own Pension Lama. A Pension Lama from the Communist Party, just going, yeah, this guy's going to choose the next Dalai Lama. So that's a problem. Anyway, the pension lama usually he usually sends the search parties in a direction from his visions and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, once they locate a kid born around the same time, they have a few of the personal possessions of the previous Dalai Lama, like a walking stick, like some false teeth, some glasses and shit. And they show it to the kid. And if the kid recognizes the possessions, they're like, all right, come with us. You've got to the next level. It's like a job interview for 2-year-olds. So the current Dalai Lama, when he was like 2 or 3 or something, he got shown a walking stick and he was like, that's mine, that's mine. And they were like, all right, come with us, which doesn't make sense because I show my fucking 2.5-year-old daughter like all sorts of shit, like my phone, my hat. And she's like, it's mine all the time. She says it to just about everything. Everything's hers. So I don't know if that's foolproof. But if they recognize the possessions, that helps them go through to the next phase of the job interview. And it's not just one. There could be a few kids around that recognize all the sorts of shit. So they go through to the next round. There's like 8 or 10 of them or whatever. And they get whittled down. You're out. The falsies don't fit. You're not kissing tongues. They get it down to as few kids as possible. And then they've got to make their decision. So if there's 2 kids that it could be, this is what they do. They write their names down. I'm not joking here. They put them in a hat and then they draw a fucking name out of the hat. That's how they choose the Dalai Lama. Obviously, it doesn't get down to like the final 2 a lot. There's usually a favorite, but if it does get down to the last 2, they just choose it out of a hat. So I'm thinking at least once in the last 14 Dalai Lamas, they've chosen the wrong fucking name out of the hat. Had to have. By statistics, probability, you would think they've chosen the wrong person at least once. So that's how they choose the Dalai Lama. Well, that's how they've done it historically. Now, after this, His Holiness, the current Dalai Lama, dies, China chooses the next one. They just choose who they want the next time. China. The current Dalai Lama said, I don't even know if I'm going to reincarnate next time. I definitely won't be incarnating into a country that's not free. So he won't reincarnate in China, he reckons. So he could reincarnate in Australia. You could have your first bogan fucking Dalai Lama. Just depends which way he's smiling at the fucking time of death. So that's how you find Dalai Lama. There's a little bit of fucking education for you. Anyway, that'll do for tonight. If you're enjoying the podcast, give it a share around and I'll see you the fuck later.